You go to bed exhausted, but 2 hours later you're wide awake staring at the ceiling. Maybe you fall asleep fine, but then you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and can't get back down. Or worst of all, you sleep a full 8 hours, but still wake up feeling like you never rested at all. If any of that sounds familiar, your sleep cycle isn't just off, it's broken. And here's the thing, you don't need pills or expensive gadgets to fix it. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you how to reset your entire sleep rhythm in just 3 nights using science-backed steps that work with your body's natural design. And at the end, I'll tell you how to grab a complete 7-day protocol you can download for free that takes you even deeper. So if you're tired of being tired, stay with me. This is the reset you've been looking for. Let's start with the truth. Your body already knows how to sleep. You were born with a built-in 24-hour clock called your circadian rhythm, and when it's working right, you feel sleepy at night and awake during the day without even thinking about it. But modern life has completely scrambled that clock. Blue light from screens, irregular meal times, stress, caffeine too late in the day, all of it sends mixed signals to your brain about when it's supposed to shut down. The result is that your internal clock drifts later and later, or starts waking you up in the middle of the night, or just stops giving you deep restorative sleep altogether. The good news is that your circadian rhythm can be retrained, and it happens faster than you think. In most cases, 3 focused days is enough to see a dramatic shift. You won't be perfect on day 4, but you will notice that falling asleep feels easier, that you're waking up less during the night, and that your energy during the day starts to stabilize. The protocol I'm about to walk you through is based on chronobiology, the science of how your body tracks time. We're going to use light, temperature, and a few targeted nutrition tweaks to send your brain the right signals at the right times. No guessing, no gimmicks, just working with your biology instead of against it. Let's break it down day by day. Day 1 is all about light, because light is the single most powerful tool you have to reset your circadian clock. Inside your brain, there's a tiny cluster of cells called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. Think of it as your master clock. Every morning, when bright light hits your eyes, the SCN gets the signal that it's daytime and starts a timer. About 14 to 16 hours later, it triggers the release of melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. But if you don't get that morning light signal, or if you get bright light at the wrong times, that timer never starts properly and your sleep falls apart. Here's what you do on day 1. Within 30 minutes of waking up, get outside and expose your eyes to natural daylight for at least 10 minutes. You don't need to stare at the sun, just be outside without sunglasses. If it's cloudy, stay out a little longer. If you absolutely can't get outside, sit by a window with direct sunlight or use a 10,000 lux light therapy box. This morning light anchors your circadian rhythm and sets your melatonin release for later that night. Next, avoid bright overhead lights after sunset. This is critical. Once the sun goes down, your brain should start ramping up melatonin production. But blue and bright white light, especially from phones, tablets, and overhead LEDs, tells your brain it's still daytime and suppresses melatonin for hours. On day 1, dim your lights after 8 p.m. Use lamps instead of ceiling lights. If you need to use your phone or computer, turn on night mode or wear blue light blocking glasses. Even better, stop all screens 1 hour before bed. I know that's hard, but even one night of this will make a noticeable difference. Your body will start producing melatonin earlier, and falling asleep will feel more natural. Finally, pick a consistent bedtime and wake time for all 3 days, even on weekends. Your brain loves predictability. If you go to bed at wildly different times, you're constantly resetting that internal timer and never giving your rhythm a chance to stabilize. Choose a bedtime that gives you at least 7.5 hours of sleep opportunity and set an alarm for the same time every morning. Day 1 is about light discipline. Do this right, and you've already started the reset. Day 2 builds on Day 1 by optimizing your sleep environment, and the most underrated factor here is temperature. Your core body temperature naturally drops in the evening as part of the sleep process. When your body cools down, it signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. But if your bedroom is too warm, your body can't complete that cooling process, and you either struggle to fall asleep or wake up multiple times during the night. The ideal sleep temperature for most people is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That might feel cold at first, but your body will thank you. On Day 2, turn your thermostat down or crack a window. If that's not possible, use a fan to circulate air. You can also try cooling your sheets or using moisture-wicking pajamas. The goal is to feel cool, not cold. You should be comfortable under a light blanket. This one change alone can add an extra hour of deep sleep to your night. Next, take a warm shower or bath about 90 minutes before bed. This seems counterintuitive, but here's why it works. When you step out of the warm water, your body temperature drops rapidly, and that sudden cooling mimics the natural temperature drop that triggers sleep. Studies show that a warm bath or shower before bed can help you fall asleep 10 to 15 minutes faster and improve sleep quality. Now let's talk about your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be dark, quiet, and free from distractions. Even small amounts of light can disrupt melatonin production, so cover or remove any LED lights from chargers, alarm clocks, or electronics. Use blackout curtains if streetlights or early morning sun are an issue. If you can't block all the light, wear a comfortable sleep mask. For sound, consider a white noise machine or a fan. Sudden noises, even quiet ones, can pull you out of deep sleep without you realizing it. White noise creates a consistent sound blanket that masks those disruptions. And finally, reserve your bed for sleep only. Don't work in bed, don't scroll on your phone in bed, don't watch TV in bed. You want your brain to associate your bed with one thing: sleep. When you combine the right temperature with a dark, quiet, distraction-free space, you remove almost every environmental barrier to deep rest. Day 2 is about creating a sanctuary that supports your biology instead of fighting it. Day 3 focuses on what you eat and how you wind down, because your evening nutrition and your pre-sleep routine have a direct impact on how quickly you fall asleep and how well you stay asleep. Let's start with food. Eating a heavy meal or the wrong foods too close to bedtime forces your digestive system to work overtime while you're trying to rest, and that creates restless, fragmented sleep. Your last meal of the day should be at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, and it should be relatively light. Avoid anything fried, spicy, or high in refined sugar, because those foods spike your blood sugar and create a crash in the middle of the night that can wake you up. Instead, aim for a balanced dinner with lean protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs. If you need a small snack closer to bedtime, choose something that supports sleep rather than disrupts it. Foods rich in magnesium and tryptophan are your best friends. A handful of almonds, a small bowl of oatmeal, a banana, or a few slices of turkey are all solid choices. These foods help your body produce serotonin and melatonin naturally. Also, watch your liquids. Hydration is important, but drinking too much water in the 2 hours before bed means you'll wake up to use the bathroom. Sip, don't chug. And this should go without saying, but avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, which means if you drink coffee at 4 in the afternoon, half of that caffeine is still in your system at 10 p.m., quietly blocking your sleep signals. Now let's talk about your wind-down ritual. The 30 to 60 minutes before bed should be a buffer zone between your active day and sleep. This is when you signal to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Start by turning off all screens. I mentioned this on day 1, but it's worth repeating because it's that important. Replace screen time with calming activities. Read a physical book, do some light stretching, practice deep breathing, or listen to calming music. Journaling for 5 minutes can also help if your mind tends to race at night. Write down anything you're worried about or need to remember for tomorrow, and then close the notebook. This simple act tells your brain it doesn't need to hold on to those thoughts while you sleep. You can also try progressive muscle relaxation, where you tense and release each muscle group from your toes to your head. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode that prepares your body for sleep. The key is consistency. Do the same calming activities in the same order every night, and your brain will start to recognize this routine as a cue that sleep is coming. By day 3, you've addressed light, temperature, environment, food, and wind down. These 3 pillars work together to reset your circadian rhythm and restore your natural ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Most people feel noticeably better after just these 3 nights. But if you want to lock in long-term change and go even deeper, there's more you can do. The 3-day reset you just learned is powerful, but it's really just the foundation. To fully retrain your circadian rhythm and build habits that last, you need a structured plan that takes you through a full week and beyond. That's why we created the Sleep Reset 7-day ebook, and it's completely free. This ebook gives you a day-by-day roadmap with more advanced techniques, including how to handle shift work, travel and stress, plus meal plans, supplement timing, and troubleshooting for common sleep issues like sleep anxiety and restless legs. You'll also get a sleep tracker and reflection journal to monitor your progress. It's designed to take everything you learned in this video and expand it into a complete system. You'll find the download link in the description and pinned comment. No email required, no strings attached. Just grab it and start tonight. Now, as you go through the 7-day protocol, some of you might want a little extra support, especially if you've been struggling with sleep for months or even years. That's where something like U-Sleep can help. U-Sleep is a gentle, non-habit-forming liquid supplement designed to work alongside the lifestyle changes you're making. It's not a sleeping pill, and it's not meant to knock you out. Instead, it supports your body's natural sleep processes by helping calm a busy mind, easing the transition into sleep, and reducing those frustrating middle-of-the-night awakenings. It contains a blend of ingredients like magnesium glycinate, L-theanine, and passion flower, all of which have been studied for their calming effects and their ability to support healthy sleep architecture. The liquid form absorbs quickly, so you take it about 30 minutes before bed as part of your wind-down routine. What I like about it is that it's not about dependence. It's about giving your nervous system a little help while you rebuild your sleep habits. Think of it as training wheels. Over time, as your circadian rhythm stabilizes and your routine becomes automatic, you may not need it at all, or you might choose to keep it on hand for stressful weeks or travel. U-Sleep is not required to see results. The 3-day reset and the 7-day ebook are more than enough for most people. But if you've tried everything and still feel like your brain just won't shut off at night, it's worth considering. You can find more information about it in the description, along with the ebook download. There's no pressure, just an option if you feel like you need that extra layer of support. The goal here is simple. Give your body every advantage it needs to sleep well naturally. The lifestyle changes come first, and anything else is just there to make the process a little smoother while you build momentum. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, start day 1. Get that morning light tomorrow, dim your lights after sunset, and pick a consistent bedtime. Then move into day 2 and day 3, adjusting your environment and your evening routine as you go. Most of you will feel a shift by the end of day 3. Then download the free Sleep Reset 7-day ebook from the link in the description and the pinned comment. That's where the real transformation happens, because you'll have a complete plan to follow, not just tips, but a system. And if you want to explore sleep as an optional support tool, all the details are in that same link. Look, I know how frustrating broken sleep is. It affects everything: your mood, your focus, your health, your relationships. But the good news is that your body wants to sleep well. You just have to remove the interference and give it the right signals. This 3-day reset is your starting point. The 7-day protocol is your blueprint, and the rest is just consistency. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss future content on sleep, energy, and long-term health. Drop a comment and let me know which pillar you're most excited to try tonight. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and here's to finally getting the sleep you deserve. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, a comment, and subscribe.